Hello guys and welcome back to another goofy stream. Today we have an important task. Or something. I actually don't know what we're doing today. Probably should be fixing the fucking holes in the... What the fuck is this tree doing here? Fucking die, tree. Get out of my fucking face, tree. Man, I'm so excited to go back home for Christmas. Brother, you know why? Gonna build my fucking airsoft team of all time. It's gonna be the world's greatest airsoft team. See all these fucking trees? They all want to grow out of the fucking wall. Which I made it with the intent of keeping them in. But no. They don't want to stay in. Fucking trees. Okay, well, anyway. We are currently assembling enough materials to do good shit. But we need to assemble a lot more materials to do a lot more good shit. So what I'm about to go do is we are going to go head out, grab the oil setup, and start working on that. Bringing that to the local area since we need that capability of oil production. So that's what I want to do, is get get oil production and attach it into that setup over there we made yesterday. Redesigned yesterday. That way we can continue to produce solvent and other various materials, because those are the hardest things to obtain. Especially this wood oil setup does not allow for a lot of production. So it is all in my hands to figure it out. But congratulations, guys. It is my hands are unbound. But anyway, primarily what we made yesterday was going to be just oil. It's just oil. Literally just oil. All it is oil. In addition to this oil setup, we have to make I want to make a central storage network, right? I want to make a central storage network for all of the shit we produce. And that's going to come in the form of me actually building the central storage network today, since I can do it. So we're going to go ahead and do that while we're at it. We're gonna start working mainly on that. That's the big thing, is the central storage network. God dang it. That looks terrible. I guess we could go across the river over on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So we need to go across the river. Set up this conveyor into conveyor sorting, probably. We need to connect this conveyor to the other side as well. But that's going to be a project for today, is this conveyor. Getting it all set up and established and running. Because that's going to be my primary source of asbestos and shit. The other thing we need to figure out is if I'm able to make red copper. I don't know, actually we can't. No, we can't. Unfortunately, unlike back in the day, we are not able to do such things, especially not on Earth. So, we are quite limited in that regard. But in other areas, we are perfectly fine. And let's get maybe we can get some more asphalt too. That'd be pretty good to do today. Like actually build the road and complete it. That would be a great idea. Yeah, we just need a lot more sand, but yeah, we could do that today too. I want to get those conveyors done though. What else do I need to do besides that? Oil. Because we need to get oil to that setup. We need to start scouring for oil under the ground. Wherever it may be. Whatever type of oil it is. It doesn't matter. We just need to find some fucking oil near there. The second we find oil is a good moment for us. Because then I will have oil in a quantity hopefully enough to satisfy the needs that we have. But we're gonna just use this thing probably. Gonna bring with me a regular oil well too. If I can find where I put it at. It's over here. It's not far. Should probably bring this to the moon with me. It'd be probably a good idea. Bedrock for raw bedrock ore. That is another thing too, is we do need to scan for more bedrock ore deposits. There is a huge oil deposit beneath us there. No oil or gas detected nearby. One other thing too. Just another addition is we should scan and see if any good bedrock ore is available out there. So we can hook up more drills and start supplying more bedrock ore. Because that kind of changes, I think, what you get is if you're doing different... Well, also... No, we don't even need that. No, shut up. That's a fucking bad idea. No. You know why it's a bad idea? Because it's just going to cause more energy and not going to give us more of the same yields. It's not going to... Well, it doesn't matter if it gives the same yields. It's not going to give me, like... What are the words? There's words for it. It's not gonna give me good yields. No, it's just gonna consume all my energy. I don't need it because I have nitric acid production. There we go. I have good nitric acid production now, which is unlimited. Because James 2H blessed us with unlimited nitric acid production. So we don't need more of these because the only purpose of that is to get faster rates, and I don't want that. Because then it's going to get clogged. And then, even if we had faster rates, the only advantage would be the nitric acid. But we did that yesterday, okay? Like at the end of the stream, it was nitric acid o'clock. Which unfortunately is pretty slow and takes forever. No. It does its job. What are we currently looking like though on actual oil production and everything? We should be green as far as that is concerned. Like this is the primary thing that's going to be hard is getting petroleum gas now, which is kind of interesting because, I mean, you'd think, well, did we not even want petroleum gas before? What's the point in wanting petroleum gas now? And my answer is, we want petroleum gas because it's key to making the solvent. If we want to make solvent more, we're gonna need that petroleum gas. But I'm looking around and I don't think I'm gonna find. I think we're just finding. Where the fuck did we find 3 schist? We found a double schist deposit. What the fuck? We just found a triple schist. Oh, so I haven't been up in these mountains yet. So this is interesting to explore. And I want to find, hopefully, what we're looking for is another deposit of bedrock oil. If we can't find that today, we're going to go back and we're going to work on some nuclear shit, I think. Because scratch that fucking stupid idea of or item sorting. It's not my top agenda. My top agenda needs to be getting getting polonium-210, not any of this other stupid shit we're doing. Unfortunately, we're not finding what I am looking for, which is rather unfortunate. So that is making me sad. Making me sad. We might find something in this direction, but I doubt it. If we can find just a regular natural gas deposit out in these woods here, that'd be pretty good too. Oil, right here. Well, that's too far away because realistically, who's gonna pipe that far to get oil to their shit? Not me. Plus, it's not a lot. There could have been bedrock oil underneath us in different places, and we just didn't find it. However, we will know that there's bedrock oil in a spot based on usually there being a flower or plant that indicates it. I don't know if we're going to be able to find that. Especially not now, because it's hard to differentiate old and new oil spots. It's hard to differentiate them because they get covered up by the cracking process. It kind of, or the fracking process. The fracking process covers every single oil deposit that may also be fracked if you don't mark it beforehand, before you start fracking. So we probably don't have the option or luxury to be able to set up another fracking setup. There's a cave here. This is very interesting. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and tackle one of my other goals for today, since we have the time and we probably also have the resources too. Without a shadow of a doubt, we have the resources. I guess it needs circuits. I know it needs circuits, and I know that it's going to be quite difficult to build it. But what are we going to be building today? Well, we're going to build a research reactor. It's going to bypass a huge amount of stupid nonsense that I don't want to do. In other words, it's not meant to build power. It's just meant to turn my radium to polonium-210 faster. So we're going to do that today. It's going to be a primary objective, since that is a thing for us to do. It's literally so important. If we don't have that, what are we doing? We're doing nothing. Another thing before we can leave here, I'm going to take this oil derrick, I'm going to plop it right here. Because it's still got crude oil in it, which means all I need is a barrel. And that barrel changes everything, right? No, it doesn't. What the fuck do you mean it changes everything? It doesn't change anything. Well, anyway, we just need a barrel. I don't have a barrel anywhere. I could just take 8 of these. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take 8 of these. We're gonna go over. We're gonna grab some materials I know that I have over here. We're gonna... I don't have steel plates, but hey, maybe we still have a steel barrel somewhere over here. If we don't, that's kind of sad. Yeah, I'm kind of sad now. Because I don't see any steel barrel or steel plates in any of these boxes. Okay. I take that back, guys. We're not going to make that day. We could look around and see if there's actually other stuff that I could use. I potentially could use the shit right here. What if I just pick it up and put it back in a different spot? Here, let's just go up there and try plugging it straight into the setup. Be careful, because this is a bad idea, probably. But... oh, it's actually under the ground, too. The actual plug-in port is under the ground. There's no universal plug-and play for this tower. Ah, but here we go. Now I'm looking at how I can do this, and I can fit it right in here. Can fit it right in there. Right under the ground. Perfect. Fit it right in here. It's right at home where it needs to be. In this fucking hole. AoE1, please. Do it again. Do it again! Nice! And that fits it right in the ground perfectly. Where I can plug it in with some genius engineering. AKA just a little bit of piping is enough to get this thing plugged in. But that will be a very important upgrade to provide us with 1,600 millibuckets of oil. All we have to do is move this shit around, and there is my oil supply. It'd be nice to have some solar panels, but we haven't brought any back from the moon because we're stupid or something. Hook that up. We're gonna go ahead and chop all of this. Piping and crude oil. Crude oil. Nice. Because that should move all the crude oil over. Okay, now when we go up there, we should be able to have crude oil. Yeah, look, it's just going through the machine. And we let it have its time and let it do its shit. When it come back in like two days, 2 nights probably, there will be no more oil. But there will be a pile of HP solvent that melted a hole through the entire facility. Which is exactly what I want. So I come up here, I can look around and see that we are currently doing massive amounts of ore processing. On the last 2 stages, good. Look at that shit right there. This is not something you see every day, because usually those are not fucking working. But regular solvent is currently up right now. Like, why is it up? How much does it have? Holy shit. Need more solvent, brother. Heavy oil is slow, though. The heavy oil is not getting as much as it needs. And do we have aromatic? Yeah, we do have aromatic hydrocarbons from this thing. Okay, cool. And that all outputs into the bottom, apparently. Which, this is really a sad setup because it doesn't produce as much as it could produce. Probably. Could produce way more, but somebody lied to me and made me set it up like that. No. This shit's set up as good as they can get. For right now. But when we come back, we're gonna definitely have to target some of that, moving items around and shit. That's a pretty good idea. Also gonna have to once we have enough asbestos, dump it off and start processing all of this asbestos into the wonderful setup where this belongs. Since apparently it's so common to produce this shitty resource. Because it's become shitty. It's synonymous with uselessness. Absolutely a wonderful resource. So useless that it is annoying now. Anyway, I think we're gonna probably try to move this crate right away. Well, it's still producing asbestos, though. It's got 14 fucking blocks of asbestos. Guys, I just don't understand. Don't understand this place. You know what we could do, though? We could set up different filters for all the materials it produces. That'd probably be a smart idea to do, if I'm being honest. Let's go and, yeah, let's go ahead and finish up on some pieces of the road. Do some road work as well while we're at it. Since the road is here to be finished, right? Or something. We're gonna have to work on the road. I got a special video coming out at 5:30 for you guys, so it's a special video for everybody, all my favorite fans. No, I'm joking. I don't know. It is special though. It's different. Certainly something out of the ordinary for one of my videos. It will be unexpectedly good and won't be disappointing at all in any capacity, I can assure you. Do some road work. We need road work signs, guys. Road work ahead? I sure hope it does. That joke is so fucking stupid. We also need to put in dirt there. Like this, you know, it's like the little things that you don't really do that kind of just start to bug you after a while. And apparently I haven't installed dirt in here before we went to space and shit. And another thing is we need to make that giant ass parking lot. Because I have the video of it, I just haven't made it one piece yet. Oh man, that's a cool project we should do. It's totally a project I need to do. Because that video of me saying, because I'm head CEO of ASA Corporation, we can install just some parking lot right over where this farm used to be. This is a genius video. God damn it. More dirt. But what else do we need to do besides, yeah, we need to get, like, oil for that. What if we don't even know what the fuck is out there for the oil anyway? I believe that we might have some oil in some of these directions, maybe. There is oil here. That is an oil deposit right there. It's just not close enough to my bedrock deposit to actually be beneficial. I mean, it's about the same distance as if I were to pipe oil from there to here. I don't like that. We might be able to differentiate by looking at it from the map. If we can find some good oil. There's some right here. That's too far away for sure. Like, this spot here is the closest. Oh, right. We were going to make the PWR. Cool. Well, let's finish getting rid of all this dirt so I can build a PWR today. No, not a PWR, but we need a new nuclear plant, since we can do that. That's going to be for turning my wonderful radium from paint into poisonous polonium-210 used by certain people to poison other people. If you know, you know. Don't ask questions, I just assume you know the answer. Congratulations. But we need to do that. It is a thing we need. Because that is the first step of the batteries. And once we have the batteries, we're going to be setting up more and more fracking towers and pipelines for oil. Because I need more oil. And it needs to be like just endless quantities of oil. It just needs to be endless quantities of it. Okay, we don't need to continue terraforming. Nobody likes this. It's boring. This is boring. This is a boring video. I need gallons. Not gallons. That's not a lot. Actually, in the oil industry, they measure shit with the worst measurements of all time. I need 1,000 blue barrels of oil, guys. Which is like 44 gallons, if I remember correctly. Or I need... There's got to be a bigger measurement, but the only one I can remember is the blue barrels. I can't remember the other barrel types, because they're too fucking stupid with the measurements. They have like all of these different measurements, like... They have their whole own measurement system, because they don't want to sound like nerds. And use metric. No. They aren't nerds. They're oil workers. They work on oil wells. And so they use stupid measurements that don't fucking make sense. Like blue barrels. 44-gallon barrels. It's the standard metric. But everybody has a different version of it too. That's the other thing. Is that even though it's supposed to be standardized measurements, people in Britain... In the UK, well, just people in the UK think that, yes, this measurement's different for us. And people in the US think, this measurement's different for us. And so it becomes this terrible measurement system that, while I have no place to really talk about it because I haven't had to use it, there's a guy who's talked about it on YouTube. And I'll go ahead and give you all the tools to find this guy's video. Here, let me just go ahead and type in oil measurements. Apparently that's all engine oil. Okay. Oil refinery measurements. What the fuck is all this? This is not what I'm looking for. This is... Oil refinery measuring units. Okay, apparently not. Apparently this is not what I'm looking for. No, this is what I'm... Okay. Oil field units. Barrel of oil. Barrel of oil equivalent. My gosh. Such stupid measurements, but I can't find the video I watched on it, unfortunately. But there's 100,000 videos if you just look up oil field units, because everybody has their own different system and it's not standardized. It's like everybody's speaking a different language. It's like the Tower of Babel from the Bible. What a great story where people work together and then all of a sudden, because they've defied God's will, he's changed their entire language. But in other words, he just stopped them from being able to do work together. But there's great wisdom there. You can derive wisdom from that as to say that if we can't speak to each other, we can't work with each other. So if we can't use the same units as each other, then why the fuck are we using our own separate units? Oil is the definitely stupidest industry, and I'm glad to not be a part of that. Thank God. However, is it really the stupidest industry? Or is it just the measurements that are fucking stupid? Well, I need to look for... Now I need to just look for the, something. I forgot what we were... Oh, we were going to make the fucking shit, and I keep forgetting to make it. Where are we going to even put it at? Because we don't have a new place for a building, right? It's okay, guys. We'll figure all that information out today. Let's just fucking make a research reactor. So inside of here, we have a research reactor should be available. Right here. I don't know what this costs, but we're going to find out today. Okay, we're going to start off with those steel ingots. Give it 8 of those. Cool, dope. We're going to give it some technetium steel ingots. 4 of those. Technetium steel. Technetium steel. Oh, it needs boron too. Grab that shit. Grab that shit. Boron. Borotonium. Borononium. We need to make dash motors as well. I don't remember how to make dash motors. Pretty sure they're not actually that hard. E3, fuck that shit. Nobody cares about that. We only care for dash motors. Look at this shit. We need golden rings. Ooh, golden ring coils. And that needs 2 for the research reactor. Cathode ray tubes, it looks like. And integrated circuits, too. I figure it needs cathode ray tubes because that would be a thing that makes a lot of sense for it to have. Just because of the fact that I don't have any of them, apparently. Or maybe I'm stupid and think that it would make a lot of sense, but in reality it doesn't make any. Ah, here's some golden ring coils and polymer bars. Looks like I already have everything I need to make those dash motors after all. 1, 2. Is it worth making another fracking tower at some point? And I think the answer to that is yes. I'm only asking myself, guys. I'm not actually asking you guys. But I think it'd be worthwhile for us to go build one at some point. Again. Just for the sake of building another one. Just to say we did it. And I like how easy this machine is to make. We might make multiple of them. No, fuck that. It could be important, but I think you have to use the anvil to make the... It's not automatable. That's why it's not worth it. So we're gonna just slap a stamp of denial on that one. No. Denied. The court has reasoned that you can no longer automate it. So go fuck yourself. Give me some more lead plates. I think I need 8. 16? Yeah, we'll go with 16. Where's my lead plates at? What the fuck do we do with our lead? It's not even fucking... We don't even have fucking lead? What's the fuck with this? Ah, here we go. This is where it's at. The lead's hiding in plain sight. Okay, these dash motors, we can check the recipe for what the fuck we do with these. On the assembly machine, you use dash motors and a lot of different things, which are pretty stupid to make. But the biggest one is that thing, and it's going to cost me 7. And once this is done, we're going to go ahead and start working on that radium to bullshit polonium, or whatever the fuck it is. Also, where the fuck are the actual Radio cathode ray tubes hiding? Where are cathode ray tubes hiding? There should be cathode ray tubes somewhere in plain sight where I can easily obtain them, but they're not there for whatever fucking reason. Well, we'll just give it time and we can find them. Hunt them down and find them. They're here somewhere. I know they are. They have to be. Like they quite literally can't be anywhere else. It's okay. It's okay. We got plenty of time. Till 5:30. Because 5:30 is the time we start the world's greatest sprint. World's greatest sprint. Fucking run. It's gonna be the most awesome sprint event of all time that I've ever completed. By sprint, I mean 10 kilometers. Go! Everybody knows the long distance run is the only run that matters. Get rid of that shit. Look at that efficient use of space. Look at that. Efficient use of space. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I was this crazy once. No. That shit's fucking dumb. Whoever invented that can pay. Pay in Red Bull. It's gonna cost you 30 Red Bulls and 62 euros. Because I hate the euro. You can eat that. There's the fuck. I told you it was hiding in plain sight. It's attention to detail. Attention to detail, that's the problem. Root of the problem, it's attention to detail. Need more attention to detail, guys. It's the root of the problem. Gotta get to the bottom of the problem, guys. Root of the problem. This shit's ancient, and it's so ancient you can see it in these ports. But what this does is you put it in water, right? You don't just leave it out, otherwise you're probably gonna give yourself cancer from Cherenkov radiation and melt your soul out. But we need to set it up somewhere, and I don't really have a good spot to do that. So we're just gonna go find a good place to build a new nuclear reactor plant. I would say, or I would postulate that a good place is probably not there. But probably not there either. Maybe we put it like right over here. I mean, we don't really have, we have a lot going on here. This place is kind of packed. But we could set up another building here. And then use the ASA parking lot for any cars we might want there. Yeah. That's a great idea. F9. Just do it like right here. This will be the, that'll be part of the building, and then this will be another part of the building. Cool. Let's get a building material then. Get some building materials. I'm just saying, I want bricks. And I want them now. Bricks time now, go. Execute. Options are quite limited. And I don't want to do asbestos bricks because we don't want to give, put cancer on Earth, but, so it's fine. It would be a smart idea, though, if anybody decided to visit. You can just, hey, here, get in this room, guy. Get in this room. And then lock your best friend in there. Alright, since you all want to be stupid, we have all this asbestos. It's great. I don't know. Don't know what I can do for bricks. We're just gonna go with whatever I have available. Let's just find the first resource that looks like it could be good for something. I want to do cobblestone. I don't use cobblestone in many of my builds. That will be a pretty fucking awesome resource to use. And then we're gonna make some bricks. And then we can make some decorative panels, I think. Maybe stainless steel? Nah, fuck that shit. Right here. Cobblestone bricks. That is what we're after. There's not a lot of good building materials. I need to get more mods for building materials. That'd be an absolutely good idea. So this is going to be the entrance to the new plant, and keep in mind, we don't need a huge plant for literally just one reactor, because the largest thing in here is going to be a 5x5 reactor. It doesn't take up more than a 5x5, by the way, just to let you all know. So this building can quite literally just be like a chunk. Which doesn't look good, but it is all it needs to be. So, and it could be just we fill in a little bit of this chunk. I'm just gonna build all of this out of bricks, probably. Then we can figure out details later. For now, it's just gotta be bricks. We can go across and set up more bricks until we get to there, and then that's going to be where I stop it and cut it off. We could fill it with more reactors, too. That's another option as well, is to add in more reactors to compensate for the fact that, you know, like I said, we could probably automate them. Maybe. But I doubt it. So this is going to be where I'm going to put the reactor in, is in the floor. Since there's already a hole here, we might as well put it here. It's probably a good idea to use what's already there for us to install the reactor. So, as far as this goes, it's going to pretty much be using the same Purex process as over there. Because to process the radium plates, the RA226 Bravo, or no, RA2A6 beryllium plates. Yes. Kind of, what do? You take this one, you cool it down, and then you put it through the Purex, and you get 2 polonium out and 2 lead. Gets you a little bit of beryllium back, so you can just keep putting radium through the shit. The beryllium is the most important part, because that's going to be kind of our neutron reflection source, kind of, which is important. So we can just reflect all of the neutrons and shit, so we can actually make shit happen. And that's good. Making shit happen is the most important aspect of this. So we're going to build a swimming pool. We're going to call this the public pool. When I put a label on it, it's going to say pool. Okay, guys? We're building a swimming pool. I believe it is just 5x5 of water. And we're going to install multiple of these reactors. That's my plan. Build more reactors. More reactor, more good. Sounds like a good idea, right, guys? We can put windows so you can see Soy Jack, or he can watch in while you're messing around with your stupid reactors and shit. We're gonna have at least 2 of them, but I would want 4 total. So that way we can fill up the chunk and make it look like there's more shit going on here than there actually really is. Because in reality, all we're doing is just taking materials and turning them into other shit here. That's the only purpose this plant serves. Yeah, this is a 5x5. So we're just gonna put a hole right here. That's a 4x5. What the fuck? How the fuck did we fuck it up so bad? Could just extend it right here. Nice. And then yeah, extend it right there. Cool. We're gonna install this. Maybe we could put a ring down at the bottom here of warning tape. So that way, once you fall in, you realize, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have fallen in. That's really useful, actually. That sounds so useful. Wow, that's the most useful thing you could ever come up with. Most useful thing I could ever come up with for one of these setups is to have a warning tape at the bottom that tells you, hey, you shouldn't have fallen in here, you stupid idiot. It's fucking genius. The second they fall in, they're gonna be like, oh shit, why am I growing a third arm? It's because we're using toxic wastewater for this setup too. We're gonna use toxic wastewater. We're gonna find some toxic wastewater and use that shit. So that way it's extra dangerous. And double the potency. This is gonna be diabolical. And it's still gonna be named the pool, by the way, too. So that way we know we can differentiate this from other buildings that may not be as fun. Could set up a new Purex setup in this building. You know, we do need a nitric acid setup for the main base as well. But that's not in the scope of what I do. I just do shit, right? And things. Alright, we're going to need to fill this in with water, so that way I can install the new reactor. In addition, we need to make a floor for the very bottom of it, which is going to have to feature tiles. Because I want tiles. I want a tile floor that says, this place is not super dangerous, come jump inside, please. That's not bad. I don't mind that kind of tile. Yeah, we could do that for the entire floor. Let's go ahead and mine out some more stone and just make a bunch of those tiles. That looks perfect. That's like exactly what I need. Stone tiles. Nice. Fill it in with some stone tiling and look at that. Now you look inside and you go, this place looks kind of safe. I kind of want to jump inside. See what it's all about, and then realize that, oh shit, you just made the world's biggest mistake. You just jumped into some other guy's nuclear reactor setup. Something that's such a bad idea. You probably shouldn't have done it. In other words, you are about to grow a third arm. And then we're also going to put in some warning tape too. Just to make sure everything is all nice and regulated. Warning tape. Are these my only options of warning tape? Yellow block, hazard block. I mean, we can make those for sure. That's not hard to make. I just don't want to make them. It's a lot of work, isn't it, brother? It's a lot of pain, isn't it, brother? Where's the... Nice. Cobblestone? I like cobblestone. Give me more of that shit. Do we have iron ore? Like iron ingots? We should start smelting more iron ingots. I could get 3 stacks of iron ingots for like 25% off over here at the old nuclear reactor. We're about to replace it with the new one that produces no energy. Bah! What is this guy even running anyway? He's not running shit. Nice, we have enough iron to do what we need to do. I'm just gonna leave this here, since we don't need this with us. I'm gonna leave some sulfur in this box here, since we don't need that with us. We don't need clay with us either. We do need to set up a clay production facility. That'd be a pretty Good idea. I was gonna say bad. I was gonna say bad idea. That shit's a genius idea. We need that shit. What the fuck am I saying? Genius idea. The fuck is that? Does not work? Does this not make... Good. Because that's exactly what I've been missing this entire time for all my factory builds. It's something that looks factory-like. For the insides. But we just need that. Since you can't just build a whole factory out of factory blocks, it's kind of sad. But we're going to go ahead and install a wonderful yellow warning tape. This way you go and you see it and you think to yourself, maybe I shouldn't do what I want to do and jump right into that little hole there. Because everybody's going to think to themselves, I see blue glowing reactor in there. Let me jump in to see what happened. Exactly what we don't want to happen. Also, we're going to make a crafting table too. Just for good effect. And silk touch more stone out of the ground. From the nuclear crater, so it's like super safe and not radioactive at all, I can assure you. Also, we need to put the name on this building at some point called Pool. So that way everybody knows it's a public swimming pool, okay? And everybody's invited inside. Hopefully we have enough space to install another one. And I think we do. So we can do that as well. We can install another one at a later date, right here. For now, we're only going to have one. Because that's all I can afford. We're going to need water for this. We're going to need to fill the entire thing with water. Because it needs to all be full of water. Even the bottom that's beneath the reactor needs water in there. Because it needs water beneath it. And then once it's done, it's all about extracting and processing out the shit that it makes. Either autonomously or by magical reasons. By magical means. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just start filling it in. Pretty much. Water is all I need to do to fill this in. Nice. And then we have one layer done. Time to do the next layer. Cool, we have a third layer done. Time to do the next one. Remember, this is super easy and you can do this incredibly fast just by being smart about it. So if I were to put one here, if I were to put another one here, if I put a third one here, and then fill it in, shit fills itself in almost. This is going quite well, I would say. We've almost completed the beginning of the swimming pool. Nice. Okay. And what I can do is go to the bottom of this swimming pool and begin installing my blue glowing device. My nice new lighting source for this great nuclear reactor of ours. Well, I mean, this great swimming pool of ours. Our swimming pool. The people's swimming pool. People's Republic of Swimming. Cool. Now that that's done, we can just add in a bunch of stone bricks, so that way everybody knows that they can walk here. And then we can do the same thing on the other side too. Just because. Because I want more of them. Maybe. See, I might be like, well, I can only do this many at a time. It's worth it to build more. So we're going to build more of them. But that's kind of, might be a fallacious statement. Who knows if there's even fallacy in that. Mark out this section. We're going to designate this for... Oh, that goes over a chunk border, doesn't it? That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool, that is 1. Then we have another one. And hopefully that's a 5 by. It should be a 5 by 5 once we install the walling. And if we were to keep going down the line, that's we'd only have space for 4 in this building. That's okay, because I don't need more than 4. Like, if we have more than 4, then something's wrong. But we're gonna probably not build 4 until the future, when I go, okay, this is not working fast enough. I need a lot more production for polonium-210. So that's the primary goal, is getting the polonium-210 from this plant. And that's why I'm building a nice quick little build here, making it nice and neat, and we're gonna make it look pretty too in a few minutes. But let's go ahead and grab the key components for this. And also some moon dust for some specific reasons. No, not moon dust as in party dust, but moon dust to make asphalt, so everybody is on the same page about what this is. Okay, we're gonna grab this stuff. We're gonna go use that in a bit. We need to get some actual fuel. Radium plates. Ra226 beryllium. Ra226Be plating is made from a billet. So 1 billet produces the fuel you need for this setup. Well, you need 5 by 5 of that. So keep in mind that I don't know that they stack or not. It might be a bad idea to try to craft them all at once. But we're gonna craft them all at once, I can assure you. So let's just try to figure... Where's my radium? I have radium here. Do I have beryllium? Because that needs to be mixed together. Yes, it's radioactive, I understand this. This is gonna be a horrible experience for us if we can't find all the shit we need. Actually, it doesn't matter because we have HEV armor, so we are like God. How the fuck do you make Ra226Be billets? Oh, you make billets of the things first. God dang it. Who came up with this bullshit? HBM did, and don't question it. It's good shit right here. Okay, but now we have all of the Ra226 we're probably gonna need it for now. In the future, we can get some more advanced stuff for this shit. Because this thing is pretty useful. And this is the start of our future nuclear futurization program of all time. XDDD. It's a lie. It's not actually going to be that advanced. But it's going to futurize our nuclear program and start us off on producing higher value items. And in here we make the Ra226 1 plate at a time. Which is rather unfortunate, to say the least. It's exactly what I predicted was going to happen. We were going to have to make them 1 plate at a time. So, if we're going to have to make them 1 plate at a time, we're just going to bring our plate making materials with us. How can I get these? Just an anvil. So you can't even automate the process. You can't, well, you could only automate it as much as... It's not meant to be automated, it's clear. Okay. We're gonna take my Ra226Be. We're gonna start making some over here. Where's the rest of my Ra226? Radium 226 to indicate that it is isotope 226. Okay, we're gonna throw all that sand on the ground. I take back that we need all this moon dust and shit in my inventory, and all these bricks and shit. All this shit's unnecessary. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make the stuff that is necessary. The wonderful, wonderful Ra226Be plates. And we're gonna throw them in here. Because that's where they go. Nice. And I'm gonna grab all my stuff back. Gonna set down a crafting table right here. Can I do stuff with this? No. Ah, sad. It could be cool if you made textures with it. Nice. And we're just gonna put all this in here. All of the extra shit I don't need. And then we're gonna walk away. We're gonna get a new anvil for that thing. Eventually. So I'll make sure that we do that at some point. It will be on my list of agendas that I'm not gonna do for 2 months. And then when I'm looking for my anvil later, somebody forget to tell me where it is. Don't tell me where it's at, because I don't know, you don't know, and it doesn't matter where the fuck the anvil is. F9, F9. Cool. Now it's time to turn it on. Oh shit. Holy shit, we already have 1 mutant squid and 2 mutant squid. This is the fucking squid. This is the only place they can spawn nearby, isn't it? That's why they're spawning in there. It's because it's the only place that squids can spawn safely. Okay. So control. Just set it to 100%, please. Set it to 100. This is 100% safe. I'm telling you guys that now because I know for a fact there ain't no way that could possibly explode in front of my face, so. Now all I have to do is give it time to do its shit. And walk away. Because that right there is what we're looking for. That is a nuclear reactor. And time to build 10 more of them. That worked way too well, and I shouldn't have. Alright, we're going to start building our new nuclear reactor site right here. And then we could make our next one. And then we can install that one too. And then once we install that one, we're going to have a third one on the opposite side of both of these. And then we're going to have a fourth one. Maybe. Because I think we need a bunch of polonium-210. We don't just need to make polonium-210. We need to make a bunch of polonium-210. And so the faster we can produce it and the faster I can churn it out is the better. And plus, this method avoids making a silex. So if we can avoid making a silex, we can avoid making stupid bullshit. And that sounds like something I'd be very much into not making. And then we can beautify it in a second, too. But all of the reactors and things are going to be over the course of the next few streams, probably, because I'm going to be streaming in the morning, so I'm not going to have as much time to do my streams. So then I will be working on those in each stream. I'll make a new reactor for the next 4 days this week. It'll be a good plan. I think that's a solid plan of action to accomplish my goals. What was it that one guy said? Operations are the... No. TTPs are the means by which you accomplish goals. Those goals. Is in relating to strategies being... Or no. I don't even remember. He said something. That guy was a genius. Man, that guy was really smart. Or something. What the fuck? It deleted my shit from existence. What the fuck? That's dumb. Okay. Well, we now know it's not existent anymore. That's cool. We got plenty of... No, we don't. That joke is so stupid. We don't got plenty of time. What the fuck? Who came up with this? This is baloney. This is lies and deceit. The art of warfare is based in deception. It's like this... Like, that's like the most lazy quote you could choose for a COD game. Because that's literally... It's iconic, though. It is iconic. But you could find better, a more powerful quote. Like, you must crush... Actually, no, it all sounds cheesy. No, they did a good job. It's COD. Doesn't need to sound super smart or some shit. Oh shit, fuck. Why the fuck did we build right next to a fault line? This is a recipe for Fukushima to happen. This is no good, and that's too soon. People are gonna be upsetty spaghetti about that joke. Can't say jokes like that, dude. It's insensitive. It's inhuman. Hey man, you're not human. Fuck. Ah! Oh, this is actually not looking too bad for gonna be the future of our polonium-210 poison production plants for our wonderful agents, our actual mailmen of all time. Don't worry, they're delivery guys, okay? They're delivery guys. They're not anything other than that. They deliver death by polonium-210 poisoning. That would, if somebody got polonium-210 poisoning, it'd probably be like some foreign involvement definitely had to happen there. That's what the officials would be saying. It's a historic method by certain people. Certain groups use that method. What are we doing with the, I said I was gonna make this place look pretty beautiful, but, it looks like complete garbage right now. Well, I can assure you we can change that in about 30 seconds using some wonderful, wonderful capabilities to make it look very elaborate and not terrible. So we're gonna do that in about 30 seconds. 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds, guys. But first, a word from my sand. Go fuck yourself. Okay, cool. Now that we've got that out of the way, I'm gonna put my sand into a machine so we can get rid of it and its terrible opinions. Silence its bad opinions. And also, could we get a hopper here, please? Hopper on aisle 10, please. Hopper on aisle 10. Got you covered. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, there it is. Hurry up, we need more asphalt. Hurry. We have no time to waste. I need this shit right now. Not now, but right now. I did it yesterday. Hurry. 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 I need asphalt front and center on the double now. Gotta learn how to speak Huckleberry. Okay, this is doing a good job. We're getting asphalt. We're getting asphalt. It's all that matters. Doing a good job. Sustaining my poor, very low need for asphalt in a large quantity. This is actually the most we've ever produced in one session of sitting here at this place and producing asphalt. Do we have a import for like... We need to just have an import for both this gravel and the sand. Oh, nice! It's actually doing good. It's actually doing good. Holy shit! Holy shit! We have one more craft in there. What the fuck? Oh, what? It's costing less and less as it goes through. Yeah, well, that worked out pretty well. What did I just throw on the ground? Alright, cool. Well, we've used up enough bitumen today. It's time to pave a road. Since we have time to pave the roads and start paving shit, we're gonna pave as much as we can. Pave to victory. Pave the way. All the way. This shit's really fast to actually, when you do it like this, it's so fast because it speeds you up as you go. It gives you a 50% speed boost as you go across it, which means that I'm gonna take like 30 seconds to pave a road that's probably should take like 5 hours to do in real life. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think pavement speeds you up in real life at all. But it's okay. This is Minecraft, and things are, while they might be semi-realistic when we have a nuclear reactor, it's just an extrapolation of what it's really like. And so it's also time to run over here with our extra 50% running speed. We can pave this shit fast too. And I think we're probably going to get about this far right here. I don't think we're getting farther than that, so unfortunately, not getting as far as I would like to go. But we're going to try to go as far as I would like to go. Actually, we might get past this. We have enough asphalt to cover some ground today. We also should send one that goes down towards the soy crafts logo. Just saying, we should definitely do that because if we send there's gonna be a road that's gonna have to go under the ground there, and then it goes through, and that's where we're gonna set up some interesting, cool shit at some point, some fun shit, not some boring shit that we've been building lately, like the moon base and shit. No, we're gonna build some fun places there. We're gonna make it into Funland, and then we're gonna say Highway to Funland right underneath the Soycraft logo. Or on the other side, we'll just put a Hollywood sign, but it says Funland. Funland, just a massive ass sign. Well, maybe we should build it farther away. So we build the road, and it goes through here. We could then go up this way, take the road down to here, or just go straight through here. But I like how this is kind of enclosed in like a hill here, a hill here, and a hill here on this side. But we might need like a lot of space for what I want to build, so we might need to do it with that in mind. But it will be built, so I can assure you of that. Fact of the matter is, it will be built. Nothing's going to stop me from building it. So we will figure that out in time as we go on. We did make it across. We still have a lot to use. And a lot to pave. And a lot of bricks to place, I figure. We're gonna do bricks on the sides. But that's okay, because stone bricks are pretty inexpensive comparatively to the cobblestone ones, so. Can't believe we've added in another building into the same place. We keep adding more buildings in. We're building a whole city at this point. This place is gonna look like a fucking city once we're done with it. Alright, nice. We have all this shit done. Who is sending me messages at such an ungodly hour? Who is doing it? This is absolutely stupid. Please stop. It's not the time for this shit. But this is the best road. I like this. Okay, let's give it a test and see how it works. Nice. Can run everywhere and like takes like half the time now. It literally cuts the time in half. It's 50% less time. 50% less time spent running to get to my wood oil setup or whatever. Or actually, this is my asbestos setup, and it takes my asbestos and turns it into circuits for me. And let's see if it's actually producing enough asbestos that I can make it into circuits now. And I believe I can, yes. We have enough now to take an entire batch and make circuits. We're gonna go ahead and just process what we have, and or we'll get it processing. Because, I mean, we have time. It probably will go through the entire process and assemble it all. But we just need to see how this works with everything integrated now. So I want to see how it all plays out. So remember how this system works. It basically says when you have 20 blocks of asbestos, shit gonna do shit. It's gonna run. Then when it does that, we will send in a batch of asbestos baloney. And that's great and all. That's absolutely wonderful. Give it some time to do that shit. While it's doing that shit, I'm gonna set up a wooden shack for the factory. Because this is some old country-ass factory right here. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower this. Good dang it, I'm gonna need to be running everywhere now. I love this new existence that I have found myself in. Every day, new existence. Love it. I'm gonna need to be running everywhere. It's gonna be absolutely wonderful. But that doesn't matter, because I will enjoy that. It will be fun. It'll be a fun challenge. Run everywhere. Your legs will be turning into mulch. And as you can see, we now have 20 in there, so it's started this process. Once it's done that, and it doesn't work the way I designed it to work, but it works somehow, so if it doesn't work the way I designed it and it still works, maybe it isn't broken. But either way, it may as well be considered broken in some capacity because I didn't design shit to work that way. Why the fuck is it doing shit that way? It's just got a mind of its own or something. I mean, hey, it's best not to question. If it works and it works good, in my opinion. We're gonna take these wood planks, make a nice little factory, bro. Nice little factory. I don't really build much with wood, so we'll see how this turns out. I think it's gonna look good though, because you have a lot of textures you can do and it all kind of blends in. So I feel like we need to start doing more wooden builds. Put a door on this place here. This is like the best spot for a door. Cool. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's not even finished yet, though. We have a lot of work to do on this, obviously. I mean, it primarily makes wood, too. That's the other thing. And we should be getting circuits out of this, but we don't have any copper. Which is kind of an issue. When you need to be making circuits, you need copper. Otherwise, you're just stockpiling the same resources until everything clogs. I do have copper somewhere. I could have sworn that in some position there's copper. Is it this one? The fuck? There has to be copper here. We have to have copper. I can assure you guys that there has to be copper. The fuck is this shit? Alright, it's almost time for me to start my glorious run of the morning all the way to where I need to be. Let's see if we can find more copper. Okay, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Copper powder. The reason we need copper powder is to make ingots. So, here we go. Put the copper powder in here, and it will start that ingot making process. But I have to be done a little bit earlier than usual today. So, what's up? So I'm gonna just be done now.